think Kamala Harris certified the vote since she's vice president. Was that president of the Senate? President of the House? I'm not sure. Some nobility, some honor. 4 years ago, people were beating up police officers, breaking windows, breaking into the United States Capitol, going to the bathroom on the floor, stealing things. Trump was the president. He sat in the room for about 3 hours watching it. Kind of happy. Look, these guys are fighting for me. Look, these guys want a dictator. It's easy to be proud. It's easy to do this. Oh, we're the greatest. But don't forget, we're imperfect like everybody. We had an insurrection. We had people trying to overthrow the government 4 years ago. The president wanted it. We just reelected him. What's wrong with us? Something's wrong with us. I don't think we believe in democracy. We don't believe in equality. We don't believe in loving Mother Nature and protecting it. The massive species extinction that's happening right now, we don't talk about that. Now, when Jesus said the greatest commandment, the guy asked him, what's the greatest commandment? Love God with all your mind, love each other. Simple. Love God, love each other. I would think that loving God would be to love this planet that God created and protected. The divinity of this holy Eden paradise. Nothing like it that we can see in millions and millions of miles of space. It's a magical garden. And we are here on this magical garden. We have no respect for it. We have no appreciation for it. We take it for granted. We destroy it. We pollute it. We burn gases. We keep driving our cars like it's nothing. I remember living on the outskirts of Seattle, driving in and out, seeing all these cars. And you can see that anywhere. They had one lane for if there was more than one person in the car, because that's what they promoted. But almost nobody was in that lane. Everybody was driving by themselves. Slow to react to the challenge and the problem. Denial. We really like denial. Trump he's full of denial. Denies climate change. Denied the election. He kept telling everybody that. He's been taught that if you keep telling the lie over and over, people will believe it. 60 court cases said, no, that election was fair. 60. What do you say? Oh, all those judges are crooked. America's crooked. The Justice Department is crooked. Who isn't crooked? Trump? That's the guy you say that's not crooked? Wow. Man. Sad, sad, sad. Anyway. I hope we do better in 2025 as individuals and as a society. Here we are. Never give up. Follow your heart. Be your best self. Love each other and love God with all your might. Above all things, love each other deeply. That's from the Bible. That's really sweet. I like that. Resolutions? Did you make a resolution? It's okay. It doesn't matter. So, I want to stretch and walk and weight-bearing exercises more. My hips are kind of messed up because I sit too much. I ride my bike, I'm sitting again. And I think I figured out at 66, it's not just stretching. It's weight-bearing exercises like squats, like squatting down and holding it. Even if you have to hold on to things, I do, but I feel like it's getting better. And then maybe on the ground, getting some push-ups on my knees. I'm not the strongest guy. Plank, and then kind of um, move your legs back and forth, and you're still kind of in the plank position. Anyway, it seems to be helping me. Knock on wood. Stay healthy, especially as you get older. It's more difficult. You have to think about it. Take a trip, have a good time. I haven't been anywhere for 2 years, and I may play at a cute little coffee shop I love in West Seattle. I lived there for a while, me and my girlfriend. Uh, or actually, she lived there and I moved in. But C&P Coffee, I love it. It's a real neighborhood place. I think years ago, 7 years ago, 8, the owners were going to raise the rent so much that the coffee shop was going to go out of business. And people in the area got upset because it's such a homey place, a warm place, loving place. It has poetry readings. It has postcards to politicians. It has open mic nights. It has painting. It has this. You go in with your book, silent reading. So for an hour, I think you sit there. These other people, you all have your own books, and you just silently read. And then maybe after an hour, you can discuss stuff. I don't know. It's just sweet. It's a sweet place. And when people thought they were going to lose it, they had fundraisers. And I don't know exactly what they raised, how much, and if the people that run it ended up buying the place. I kind of think that's what happened, but they couldn't have done it on their own. So that may be the trip back to West Seattle, which I love. And they have a bus system, the Sea Line. I love the Sea Line. It'll take you to Lincoln Park. It'll take you to Alaska Junction. It'll take you to, what's the other one called? There's another junction. It'll take you downtown. It'll take you across the bridge. West Seattle's across the bridge. And, you can go to the library. You can go to the ferries. You can go to, there's a nice ferry to Bainbridge Island. If you ever go to Seattle, do that. Take the ferry to Bainbridge Island. It's about 20 minutes over, 20 minutes back. Even if that's all you do, it's almost an hour on the ocean. Maybe you can see Mount Rainier, and it's just, for a guy in the Ozarks, I love it. It's different. And everybody loves the water, one way or another. That's where we came from. That's most of who we are, I guess. Anyway. And number 1, begin album musical about revolution, constitution, ideals. And don't be too hard on yourself. So I didn't say finish. I said begin. Begin an album, maybe a musical, on the beginnings of America. Part of the revolution, but more of the Constitution and the ideals behind it. And like Hamilton said, are we able to govern ourselves? We haven't done a very good job all over the world, not just us. We've polluted this world. We've created great disparities of wealth. We've done that. This is a democracy. We decide what kind of laws there are. We've been sold this idea of freedom, freedom to manipulate the markets, freedom to have all these lobbyists. The Supreme Court Republicans voted Citizens United, the freedom to spend as much as you want on the election. So Musk spends $280 million and helps get Trump elected. Freedom. That's freedom? That's not freedom. That's manipulation of the society. When we go to war, everybody fights, especially the poor people. When the war's over, and maybe during the war, The rich people get richer. The poor people build the country, and the rich people get richer. Am I blaming the rich? Oh no, I'm blaming us. We're democracy. We decide what goes on. You just reelected a billionaire. You think that's going to help the working people? I don't see it, man. I don't see it.